If this doesn't feel like a classic NCAA episode, I don't know what would. We are facing number 2 Alabama in Tuscaloosa. We just got our 6th win last week against Wyoming, which means we are officially bowl eligible. We will be playing in a bowl game this year, finally, here in the 2035 season. And Alabama's a tough team. The new NCAA, or should I say EA Sports College Football 25, has officially been confirmed by EA. It was always coming out, but now they have official confirmation today. They tweeted out, tweets going crazy. We're getting it. And more info to come, I think, in May with a probable, this is not official at this point, but a probable launch in early July if I had to guess. That's my guess. Maybe it could come out in June, but more info officially in May. So let's get back to recruiting real quick because got a number of players we're going after. We could take some of these players off the board that we're not going to get, and we need to be able to bring in some of these players for visits, and I would be okay with using more coach skill upgrades in order to do that because we're in a recruiting battle for Flo Kelsey, right? And he's already visited. And then he's going to Ole Miss in Week 11. Penn State in Week 12. That's going to be really tough to retain him. The only way to keep him, really, put more points on him. But not necessarily going to be able to do that if we don't have the option to. We're max at 550 right now. Want to get to Keith and Casher in for a visit against Stanford. And a lot of these guys who are ready for visits, I think against Stanford is going to be the week to do it. Stanford is just not incredibly strong. So that's really going to be my my idea here. And I don't really want the competitive visits at minus 50. I want the plus 50. So a number of these players I've added who already have these visits scheduled, they're bad players. Like, I'm just going to say it. They are bad players who I added to my board. And you can see at the bottom here, we have 50 overalls, right? But we do have to fill out a roster. Maybe some of these guys can be developed. Kalen Lynch here maybe could end up being good. Some of these players already had Riverside as their number 1 overall team. So I just added them to the board anyway. I figure, you know what? Why not? We need to fill out a recruiting class. That could be the way to do it. But today, we got a problem. Got to go down to Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and take on the 99 overall Crimson Tide. I don't love it. Honestly, I don't love it. I mean, the scale is like broken. It's maxing out on the 99 overall. That's how favored they are. It's not ideal, to be honest. We are going to be a huge underdog, and maybe we'll be able to do the impossible, but Alabama's going to be tough. Alabama's going to be very, very tough. And it's raining. Okay, maybe that evens things out a little bit. The more randomness we can get, the better chance we'll have of actually winning. You can see Alabama has the second best pass defense in the nation in terms of yards. 4th in passing touchdowns. We actually are top 10 in rushing touchdowns, which is kind of crazy. But this is obviously the best team we've played, not only this season, but since we've rebooted Riverside. A lot of people are asking me, is Riverside going to be a team for you in the new college football game? Answer right now is, I don't know. Not really sure. I would lean towards probably not. Probably time to write a new book, write a new story. But you never know. And maybe they won't even have Team Builder, because I'm not going to be playing a mod. I'll be on the actual game at that point. So all of the mods that have made college football revamped, NCAA 14, so awesome to play, that's not going to be a thing in the new game. It's going to be just what you get from EA. So obviously that could be hit or miss, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. On the road at Alabama, Mario Gardner back to return. Stamina still an issue for him. And we're going to start inside our own 20. We are healthy this week, though. Now, the problem is keeping everybody healthy. Because, as you guys may know, Garrett Geary has a propensity to get injured. And already we don't know the routes, we don't know the buttons. We're having problems. Little mesh concept as we hit David Harris for 3 yards. But it's going to take a lot more than 3-yard catches to beat Alabama. They're a team that's as fast as they are physical, very strong, and let's be honest, we know we're going to have a really difficult time stopping them, which means when we're on offense, every possession matters that much more. And they're already on the screen. That doesn't work. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Could try a screen to Lingard, but we're really putting all of our eggs in the screen basket. I think I'm going to get out of it, but they're going to press our receivers on the outside. Safety shifted over to help cover Kahi Kalani Inoke. They got the scouting report. We're going to him anyway, and that is airmailed. Not even close for Inoke. Geary showing off the arm. Not accurate enough, and this crowd is already going ballistic. Unrealistic, honestly. Nick Saban for years complained that nobody came to the non-big games at Bryant-Denny. Really good punt. But Nick Saban obviously no longer in the picture, not only in this game here in the 2030s, but real life as well. It's going to be so weird without Nick Saban on the sidelines in Alabama. And I know he hasn't been there for, you know, even 20 years, but you just get so used to it. I think his first year was like, it was about 20. It was like, what, 18 years, something like that, probably. As they're going to try to dial up the screen, and they're just way faster. Unbelievable. But yeah, Kalen DeBoer, new head coach for Alabama. It's just going to seem weird. I mean, when you talk about, for me, the Alabama coaches I remember, it's pretty much only Nick Saban throughout my lifetime. So, and not that I was born in like 2006, obviously I was born in the 90s, but you know, I was young. So, you know, it's tough. Do you really remember watching football when you were 6 years old? A little bit, maybe some memories. I have some memories, but not enough to remember, oh yeah, Nick Saban's Alabama's head coach. Or, oh, Nick Saban got the Alabama job. Wow, he should do a good job over there. Not saying that as I'm, you know, leaving preschool. Here's 2nd and 9. Going like a little wildcat here to hand off to Hall. Wesley Price needs to take a better angle because we just cannot play this like we're playing a typical Mountain West school. This is number 2 Alabama. They're going to be devastating today. We're going to learn today. Plain and simple. We're about to get a beatdown. Take that stop, though. Lamar Simmons in the backfield. Cole Whitaker loses a few. Lamar Simmons, he just finds a way to make tackles for loss. He's not a big sacker, but the tackles for loss, so consistent. He's always living in the backfield on these run plays. Tried to cover that. It's Dimu KJ with the catch. That's got to be generated from Victor Dimu KJ. If you guys remember him, Duke pass rusher? I think so. Tough to remember. I think he was Duke. Throw over the middle, and nice play. Mike Taylor in coverage. Are we going to force a punt here from Alabama? Alabama will punt. We're going to be, you know, a little bit wary of a fake here. Not to be confused with weary, which means tired. Please don't confuse them. And this is into the back of the end zone. One of the worst punts I've ever seen. Clearly has not been watching many of my videos. Let's try a screen. They read it. We're going to try it anyway. No, you're going the wrong way. His first step for no reason was back. We had it. It wasn't going to be a huge play, but it wasn't going to be a loss of 4. Why did he take a step back? I'm holding up. Running the ball on first down could be a good idea. But now we kind of have to throw it right at 2nd and 14. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Lingard. Justin Lingard, big 21-yard catch. Really great route. Ends up working pretty open. Geary takes a little bit of a hit. Ends up throwing a wobbler out there, but remains in the game, and I always have to check. That guy's always hurt. We'll try to run up the middle. Our offensive line does an okay job there. It might be time to just try to keep it on the ground. That's the problem, though, is these Alabama defensive linemen are so capable of shedding blocks instantly that it can become quite difficult. Here's 3rd and 2. They only have one linebacker in the box. We got to be able to run on this. Gordon into the game. Gordon going to find enough space. No, he's broken a tackle and lost yards. Why is he running backwards? Why is everyone on my team obsessed with going the wrong direction? We're going for it. It's number 2 Alabama. Wake up. Get Belcher back in the game. Still one linebacker. Open it up. Find the hole. Up the middle. First down. We got it. I'm going to get Harris in motion. Snap the ball. Read option. Geary. Swallowed up. And that's not a guy we want taking very many hits. Adam Joseph. Just a great read. Tried to block him off. But they were ready for it. Again, Geary stays in the game. I constantly have to check. 2nd and 12. Who wants to work open? We're going to check down quickly to Belcher. Not really able to shimmy and shake enough to get open, but gets 5. 3rd down and 7. No safety help. We got to throw it. We got to give him a chance. Kirby down the field. Who even are you? It's incomplete. Alabama's recovery speed is just too good, and I held Y or triangle trying to catch the football. I did not mean to go hurry up. And this might mean, well, are we going to punt here for sure? Probably should, right? If we punt, we can take a delay game, and it's really not a problem. Is there ever a chance we go for it here? It's 4th and 7 from midfield. Can we really stop Alabama's offense again? I don't think so. We're going for it. Throw the curl. Good route, and it's dropped. Oh, my God. You can't drop the football there. You got open. The ball hits you right on time. You got to catch it. I don't hate the decision to go for it, knowing how good this Alabama offense is, but a punt could have been a good decision as well. But not our day there. Got to be able to catch passes when they hit you right in the hands. And already they're to the 25. It's 3rd and 8. We're going to send a little bit of pressure here. Not a ton. And they run it up the middle. McBride meets him and stops him. And Alabama might try a field goal here. And they're going to go for it. Okay, I like that. Give us a chance to shut it down. I'm going to run commit. Got to gamble. James in motion. It's a run, and it is shut down. Cole Whitaker loses 2. That was Bird who came up to make the tackle, or at least the initial hit, who ended up making the tackle. There were a number of different players there. Was that Crooks who got in there for it? Let's take another look, because that might be the play of the game so far. We ran commit, and there was no way they were getting out of this alive. The pitch was an option, and that could have been dangerous. That would have been really dangerous had that football been pitched outside. No question. It was Burnett who made the tackle. Nice. Now, there also is a chance, based on how he got out here, that Wesley Price could have shut that down. He's a good tackler, so it's a distinct possibility. But we get the football back. What a start to this game. Our defense has been shockingly good. Belcher, get to the open field. Daniel Belcher for 16. Kind of looks like Alabama against USF this past year. Alabama's slow start ended up making the college football playoff. Now they're struggling with us at 8-1. We make that throw? Yeah, no chance. Maybe for the best. Now, Geary at times has impressed me with his ability as a passer. Not today. He looks horrendous. Panicked a bit there. It's 3rd and 10. Got into some trouble by passing the football. Now we're going to empty everybody out. Good route and a big catch from Harris. There it is. David Harris for 19. Love that. They just they rotated their defensive backs and left that post wide open. I mean, a real short, skinny post there. But a really good result from us, obviously, as we near the end of the first quarter. 7 passes, or 7 runs to 10 passes. Barely even. But, you know, running's been up and down. Okay, that's the end of the first quarter. Showing a punt highlight there. Geary took a bit of a hit at the end of that first down. Ran read option. And somewhat successfully. Really going to try and slide early with him. But we also need these yards. That'll work. The problem is I don't want to become completely one-dimensional with him and have him only pass or hand off the football and not run himself. Because he is a really good athlete. But the injury risk is so high with him that, I mean, if we lose him, our offense becomes completely one-dimensional. I know he struggled throwing the football today already, but he's usually pretty good, or good enough. Down the depth chart, you cannot say the same. Good move from Jimmy Gordon. as the commissioner picks up a first. And he's hurt? Nah, he's hurt. Get Belcher back out there. They're going to blitz, and we're going to check down. Belcher powering into the end zone. Touchdown, Daniel Belcher. Oh, my goodness. As soon as we picked up that blitz off the edge there, I think the slot corner came. We knew we could instantly go to Daniel Belcher, but look at Vickers kind of bouncing back on his back feet, on his heels. Completely no leverage, no ability to make a tackle when you're in that position, but Belcher stepped out of bounds. This one's coming back. Belcher stepped out of bounds. I don't know how you keep this a touchdown. Yep. Oh, I thought we were about to get the first points of the game. Instead, it's 2nd and 5. Good long drive, though, right now. Are they blitzing again? Belcher could end up being wide open again. Actually, up the middle, we can't find Jimmy Gordon. I think that's a touchdown if we get on the same page there. 3rd and 5. Going back to the same play, that was a touchdown, and Belcher this time stays in bounds, but is just short. Just short. Maybe down at the half-yard line. Perfect time for a fullback dive. We're bringing in the beast. Tyler Ashley, touchdown machine, and he's in. Absolutely no contest there from Alabama. Didn't even bother trying to stop that at all, it seemed. And that is the first point of the game going to the Riverside Royals. I mean, I would say improbable, if not impossible, but we've managed to do it. We have a lead in the second quarter. Alabama does get it right back, and they do get it to start the second half as well. So we are by no means in the driver's seat, but we do have the lead, and that's a start. I just wonder, how long can we keep this Alabama offense at bay? I think it's going to be very difficult. And they've shown signs of just dominating us, but for some reason, at the end of these drives, we come up clutch, we force punts, we take the football away, we get a stop on 4th down. You know, one way or another, we're managing to get the ball back, which is huge. But how long can we do that? We've done it twice. I don't know how long we can keep doing it, but when they run negative plays, it's going to be really, really good for us. McBride with a big tackle in the open field. And that's the thing that has surprised me the most about Alabama so far, is the amount of broken tackles they've had, which usually would be a billion at this point in the game. They're not really breaking too many tackles. And they might not even have to. Wagner up the middle of the field. He is gone. Tyrone, huh? All right. Tyrone Wagner just runs right up the middle of the field. Easiest touchdown of his entire career, I bet. I mean, what do you do about that? Just bigger, stronger, faster. What it is. We make 2 big stops. We go on a long, systematic drive. We had takeaways. I mean, things came back. We finally get in the end zone. Alabama answers instantly. Like it was the easiest thing they've ever done. That's the difference right now between us and Alabama, is they can score instantly. We really can't do that against a team like this. Unless Inoke can really surprise us. Not going to get the chance right now. It's big tight end Clarence Johnson getting 9. It'll be 3rd and short. And I could be compelled to call this 4-down territory. It's a little bit scary. And they're kind of stacking the box as well. They're saying, hey, you can't run the ball on us. Well, we're going to try. Up the middle, Belcher got it. Scary front to run on, to be honest, but we got it. Gonna trust Inoke. That is not the correct route. Well, he was supposed to be running a post, I thought. And maybe that was the plan, kind of running it like it was like a corner fake to a post. Like a reverse post flag, a flag post. I mean, tried to time that up right. I thought it was a post, and we're intercepted. Geary thought it was a post too, based on where he threw the football. I don't know what that was from Inoke, to be honest. I mean, I know what he was going for, but bad. And now an interception against a team like this is going to be devastating. It's gonna be really tough to bounce back from that. Option play, yep, right back up the middle, broken tackle. And the quarterback, Cole Whitaker, is down to the 2. Alabama going with a two-headed quarterback attack between Cole Whitaker and Lionel, whatever his name was. Came in for a play. First and goal, touchdown. Doug Hall. Okay, it'll be 14-7 Alabama. 2nd and 2 after a pass. We're going to go ahead and try to give Daniel Belcher the football. And there's space enough up the middle. Closes pretty quick. They're going to give us the first down. 3.5 minutes. I think we need to try to make this the final drive of the half. And we really would like to have a touchdown. A touchdown at the end would be very nice. But Alabama is making it very tough to run the football. Play action. That safety's coming up. We're going to get sacked here. We're going to throw it to Inoke. Very late, very dangerous play. Very, very dangerous decision. 3rd and 11 now. Well, things are falling apart. If we can make it 3rd and short, I would consider going for it. But we really need to try to get this. We're going to roll out with Geary. Try to make something happen on the run here. On the run for Belcher! And we hit him! And there goes Daniel Belcher! Recess football works perfectly. I mean, you could see the left end there. Left outside linebacker, whatever defense they're in. Starting to get past our right tackle. We had to make a decision. Geary got on the move, and then Belcher worked up the field, and thankfully it was an accurate pass, and thankfully Daniel Belcher caught the football. He'll take a breather. And, yeah, just try to force it to Inoke there. We had some things that probably were more open on the right side of the field when Jimmy Gordon was in the flat. Now our best receivers are off the field, rotating in here on a big 2nd down and 10. Not great timing on that. Need to wait for that to get out there. 3rd down and 12. That's open. I mean, Geary's just got to be more accurate. And we had some options. So the reason I didn't throw to the far outside left receiver is 1, it's a longer throw. And 2, I don't trust that these DBs would not have made a play on the ball. Just don't. This is wide open. That's a guaranteed first down with a good throw and obviously a catch, but it's wide open. You got to be able to catch it. Just a complete miss from our quarterback. And it's now 4th and 12. Is there any chance we can kick a field goal from here? It's 53 yards. Not typically college kicker range. Is there any way? I really don't think so. We're going to call a timeout, and we're not going to punt. Not from this area of the field. It's 12 yards. It's not great. Really isn't. But we are going to try to get this. If we don't score, Alabama 2 minutes to score is no problem for them, and that's part of the reason I'm going for this. I just fear that Alabama gets the football, goes up 21-7, gets the football to start the second half, then it's 28-7. I just think we got to go for it. They're pressuring instantly. We actually catch it with Ewing, but only get 5. Pressure from Bama just really halted our progress there. And also Ewing, you got to work up the field towards the open field, right? Because there does end up being a little bit of space here. You don't run back towards the defenders. That's tough. Alabama gets the football back. A lot of you would have punted there probably, but I mean, it's maybe 25 yards of field position at best. So I just know Alabama can get that easily. We can pass commit here. Good defense. Good defense. Whitaker with all day. Down the middle of the field. It is wide open for Chuck Scott. No pressure, man. Our DBs did a great job. We're in his own defense. But what are we going to do there? They're being asked to cover for 6 or 7 seconds. You just can't do that. There's no secondary in the country that can cover for that long. Just isn't. I mean, what do you do there? Jeff James for 13, one of the longest 13-yard catches you'll ever see. Way across the field, and he did get 2 feet in. Only needed 1, of course. It's college football, but he dragged both. Looking real impressive to NFL scouts for his hard-working attitude. Real lunch pail type of guy. First one in, last one out. Able to make a play there defensively. It's 2nd and 13. I think Alabama's probably going to pass here. Be surprised if they run. They do keep it through the air, and it works out. Doug Hall into the end zone. 21-7 Alabama, pending the point after. Coverage breakdown in the secondary. Clearly, something went wrong. Man. I'm telling you, time and field position is not a problem against Alabama. Like, they're just going to be able to score as quickly as they want to, pretty much whenever they want to. We just have to score more offensively. That's just what it is, and we didn't. And in a spot like this, Alabama knows we need to try to move the football quickly. If we try to throw it down the field, and we're going to try to, David Harris! It hit him in the head! No! What I was going to say is the pass rush gets in there so quickly. I hit triangle, and he just didn't put his hands up. He didn't go for the ball. He's wide open. It's a beautiful throw. It hit him in the head. You idiots. They've got another safety creeping up. Throw on the run. Lingard back to the football, made the catch. Okay, that'll work. Don't be hurt. Oh, he's hurt. He got hurt last game, too. That one looks a little bit more serious, though. That's bad. Very bad. 50 seconds to go. We're going to try to run for it. We got plenty of space. There goes Garrett Geary. Just step out of bounds. They run into the Alabama sideline. I like how Alabama keeps rotating these defensive backs. It leaves us a ton of space. We've been able to take advantage of that so far. We'll call our second charge timeout. 2nd and 5. I need Anoke back on the field. That works for me. Harris, too. Harris is a good player. Good route. Belcher. Clock stops momentarily. We're going to hurry back up to the line. 30 seconds. 1 timeout. Again, you can go over the middle of the field in college football at this time because the clock is going to stop if you get first downs. Belcher makes a man miss. Give me the first. Let's go. Only 5 seconds off the clock. Get back out there. Is a screen wild to call in this spot? It's to the short side of the field. That's a little bit concerning. We'll see how it looks. They read it. Over the middle's open. Geary, man. The accuracy's been tough today. And he's hurt. I think he's hurt. Yep, he's hurt. Williamson into the game. And it's a mild concussion for Lingard. His day is over. That's, I mean, our second best receiver probably, right behind Anoke. Throw up the seam is wide open. Mario Gardner, touchdown. They sent everybody. And Sean Williamson is able to deal with the pressure because he got the football out early. And how can you not when their safeties just disappear? Mario Gardner streaks wide open. And it's a big-time score. Okay, back in the football game. Need a stop to start the 3rd quarter. Back spasms for Geary. I think we're going to see him in the second half. That's fine. Good job from Williamson to come in and throw a strike. Because it's a gamble throwing the ball with him. He is not accurate. He does not have a big-time arm. And he's not fast. Why is he on the team? Somebody had to be the backup QB, right? Somebody had to be. Geary, I said go back in. I should have waited. I don't know if that's going to affect him in the second half. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, pass commit and get back, dude. Do not let them run by you. Last play of the first half. We are blitzing. Just make the tackle. Just make the tackle. Couldn't make the tackle, but he got forced out of bounds. That's the first half. We are in this game. against number 2 Alabama. We will be ranked with a win. You'd have to expect, even after 2 losses already, right? But you'd have to expect after beating Alabama in Alabama, we'd get into the top 25. It's been a good game so far. Offensively, I think, yeah, I mean, you can point to the fact that we haven't been perfect, right? But we're playing number 2 Alabama. We're doing the best we can. 14, I think, is pretty good when we average 28 points per game anyway. Alabama averages, I think, maybe 35 points a game. They're about on pace for that as well, of course. But we've played okay. Need to play even better in the second half if we're going to win. Alabama with the lead and the football. A pick 6 would be remarkable. They're very rare, but I'd love to be able to get one. That's no good. I mean, we did the best we could on that, which is just not good enough. 34 yards for Doug Hall on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. Got into position to make the tackle, just couldn't do it. Our potential solution is get more players near the line of scrimmage and blitz more often. It could get us hurt, but we're getting hurt already. You want death by a million paper cuts, or do you want to go out and actually try to make a play? And these, I mean, some of these paper cuts are pretty deep. That's going to be a touchdown. Yep. Great effort to try and stop that, but great route. Caught the football, broke a tackle. What are you going to do? Oh, man. They're just a really good team. Garrett Geary returns. We're down by 2 touchdowns. He's got to lead this comeback. Not sure if I would say time is really on our side here. We take off with Geary. They're giving us plenty of space. Nice slide. And he has the ability to get out there and move. We just need a non-contact injury would be hilarious. Let's be real. If Garrett Geary was injured just running and sliding, I wouldn't put it past him, by the way, either. Just it'd be too perfect. Even though it would suck. But it would be a little bit funny. But it would suck. Check down. Belcher, give me a block. We'll take that. I mean, Belcher might finish with 15 catches today. Check down. Johnson's there. Got it. Oftentimes, instead of running against this really good defensive line, we're just opting to go with, short, high percentage passes to get, 4 or 5 yards if we can. Because running the ball has been difficult today. We're averaging fewer than 4 yards per carry with Daniel Belcher. Jimmy Gordon's right at 4 yards per carry. You just cannot reliably move the ball that way, which is tough. Might give Inoke a chance here. I can see Smith winning up the seam as well. And I think he has. Smith! Big catch in traffic! John Smith. I mean, he made some plays last week, didn't he? Back at it again. And that is not an easy catch to make with the safety draped all over him. This is a good drive. It's just, is our defense going to be able to match what our offense is doing right now? Going to be tough. Read option. They're all over it. A 2nd and 14 run seems wild, but given how they're lined up, I like our chances. We get some of it back. I'm okay with that. I know 3rd and 7's not ideal, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than 3rd and 14 if we, fire off an incompletion. And we might try running the football again. I know 3rd and 7 is crazy. 4 down territory. Sets up a more manageable 4th and 4. I know that seems wild. I know it seems wild. I'm not taking the field goal. We are submitting to losing the game if we try for the field goal. They're just going to keep scoring touchdowns. 4th and 4. I know a lot of people really probably don't like the runs in a row there. I'm considering running the football again. I mean, it's 4 yards. Can we do it? We're going to try. I trust Daniel Belcher, and he bobs and weaves and finds his way for the score. Daniel Belcher with a little bit of wiggle. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Houston on their defensive line has been a problem all game. Multiple tackles for loss. Not that time. And I know the 3 runs in a row seems crazy. You just got to trust the process sometimes. It's not always going to work. If it doesn't work, I get called an idiot there, but guess what? It worked. We're down by a touchdown. Defense. It's not now or never, but you got to go out and make a play. We need something. I will say, though, and not defensively, because Alabama's doing whatever they want to us pretty much, besides the first couple stops of the game, which was crazy. But we're playing Alabama pretty much the way we'd play anybody else, which is wild. Oh, my gosh. Lamar Simmons saves a touchdown. That could be huge in the end. Just trying to find a way to tackle him, just couldn't do it. But our offense is playing well. I mean, I feel like if we had these exact same drives against Air Force, you wouldn't be surprised. And here we are doing it against number 2 Alabama. You got to get off the block. Dude, look at this. They have the running back in. Whitaker, the quarterback, is out wide. Hall in motion, gets the handoff. We're trying to get there. We just cannot wrap this guy up. Doug, dude, what a bitch. I mean, he's played well. 2nd and 10. Play action. Intercepted by Linwood Tapley! The true freshman undercuts the route. What a mistake from Alabama. And what a true freshman season for Linwood Tapley. He goes in, he starts right away. Multiple interceptions. And you know what? I started saying interception before he even had it. That's faith. That's confidence. I don't know that I would do that for many other receiver or corners. Looking like a receiver on that one. Sacked, fumble, Alabama football. Houston recovers. Too much watching. We had time, just didn't get rid of the football until we literally got rid of it. That's quite a swing. Quite a swing of emotions there. Devastating is the word I would use, actually. It was devastating. I'll tell you, even a sack there, we get a moment to collect our thoughts. But a fumble, how do you bounce back from that? Touchdown, Alabama, 35-21. It's just so tough to bounce back from that. Give Inoke a chance. Can't catch it. I mean, that's there. I'd like it maybe a little bit out in front so we could run underneath it, but that's where it needs to be, pretty much. Needs somebody to actually make a play. Ever since we proclaimed, Kahi Kalani Inoke as that guy, he hasn't really been that guy lately. I mean, maybe we've seen one play where he's been awesome, but 2 games in a row of just wanting a little bit more. Back across, Gordon. It's a bizarre way to get the first down, but we're able to do it. We are still in this game. Not giving up. Setback, sure, but we're still going for it. Oh, nearly another fumble. Belcher bruised elbow. He's down for the time being. I'll tell you, man, I mean, it's demoralizing. Alabama's starting to get this pass rush going a little bit as well, and that's really scary. The Alabama pass rush is no joke, and if we don't have time to let these routes develop, we're not going to move the football at all. Wide open in the flat. Gordon, you got to make a miss. That works. Jimmy Gordon for 14. We're really getting the football to these running backs today, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Gordon, stay in the block. Somebody get open. That's open underneath enough. It's Wayne. Might be able to get 1 or 2 more plays off before the end of the 3rd quarter, and I would really like to. Every play counts right now. Every moment. All right, last play of the 3rd quarter. Geary on the move. Throwing down the field for Jones! Touchdown, Stephen Jones! What a way to end the 3rd quarter. We keep having these receivers that sneak past the Alabama secondary. They will be running wind sprints after every practice for the next week, for sure. We're going to play cautious with Belcher right now. Defense coming out. He'll know when he has to return. Down by a touchdown. We've been here before. Get the football back. We got the 4th quarter to do it. We are right there with the number 2 team in the nation. We've been playing good football lately. They're a really, really tough team to beat. But, you know, you could feel it. We are right there. I thought the Linwood Tapley interception was going to be it. I really did. We need another one. Quarterbacks, especially college quarterbacks, make mistakes when they need to get rid of the football quicker than they'd like to. If we have any path to winning this game, Jesus, that's going to be the way to do it. Try to pressure the quarterback. Try to get that football out early. Rushing 4 is not really going to be the way to do it. We're going to rush 5. Got a decent bit of pressure there, actually. 1 TFL. That's all I'm asking for. If we can get 1, maybe we can start something. We've intercepted him already. Here's 2nd and 5. Get to the QB. Throwing down the field. Touchdown. Jeff James for 51. We just don't have the speed to catch up. Or the strength to tackle. Now, silver lining, it was a quick possession. 50 seconds. Still 7 minutes left in this game. It's a 2-possession game, but we have the football. If we can score, we go right back to the same situation. Then we need to stop. It's doable. But Alabama proving, you know, why they're the number 2 team in the nation, at least offensively. Maybe not defensively, but offensively they're very good. Belcher back in the game. Forced to check down. I don't love it. And you might see a lot of hurry up from here on out. I don't want a 4-minute drive. I want to score in 2 minutes. Preferably less, right? But not really doable. Trying to look down the field. Belcher stepping out of bounds. Killed everything there. Killed everything. Inoke, nowhere to be found either. That's open. You got to catch it. John Smith, first down. Again, going to go hurry up. I need these guys to just give everything you got. As much stamina as you can offer, you got to bring it. Screen against the blitz, open. Kirby caught from behind. We honestly might need an incompletion or something because we need that clock to stop for a second. Somebody's got to get a breather. 3rd and 6. This is a huge play. 6 minutes left in this game. Still no sign of Inoke. I need them to just forget about Jimmy Gordon. Good post! Open is Wayne! And Derek Wayne, the son of Reggie. I mean, we're in 2035. Maybe it's a nephew or something. Catches it down the field. Under 6 minutes. We throw that. It was bold. That's an incredible play. Need to get Inoke back out there. I mean, who are these receivers? That was so bold. It was a dart, and it was dropped. And there's an injury. It's Clarence Johnson. We can live without him. That's not what I'm super worried about. And Ewing's a fine backup. But now we have DBs on the field. Look at Bird on the field. He is a corner for hybrid safety. That's not who we need to have out there right now. 3rd and 10. Got to trust the route. It's caught by John Smith. We just don't have the time to do this. I need my best receivers back out on the field. I can't have safeties. I can't have safeties out there. Some of these receivers out are so slow. But we don't have a time to stop the football. I'm not just going to spike it. Every play is incredibly important. We need to find the end zone. Our defense getting a break is nice. I mean, my safety, Alex Toure, is out there. Freshman free safety. Bird over the middle. It's caught by Bird, and Jared Bird scores. Oh my goodness. Garrett Geary with a laser. And again, somehow these receivers, even if they're defensive backs, managed to sneak past the Alabama secondary and find the end zone. It's going to be a 7-point ball game again. Defense, I beg you. I beg you to score. That'd be sick. My offense wouldn't have to. But I beg you to get a stop. Is it possible? We're about to find out. Ooh, Mac Chung is back from injury. I like that. I haven't really noticed him today, though. Another true freshman. Here's a run. We're just getting blocked out of the play. Oh, no. It's going to be tough. I mean, I think another huge difference between a powerhouse school like Alabama is, I mean, our depth or lack thereof is showing. Alabama's fourth running back is as good as our first, right? And maybe even better. We do not have backups. We do not have depth. We really just, we can't hang. We're hanging as well as we can, but it's taking its toll the whole game. We don't have anybody out there near 100%, and Alabama can consistently rotate guys that they can believe in, and you see big plays happen as a result. Our defense is gassed. Touchdown, Alabama. Yep. We cannot stop them. Couple nice stops at the start of the game when we were fresh, ready to go. That time it appears to be over. Kahi Kalani Inoke is nowhere to be found. Intercepted, game over. That's just a particularly weird one because I see a receiver wide open, right? Wide open at the start of the play. We can't just throw it out there because it would have been intercepted by the player who ultimately ended up intercepting the ball. He would have jumped over there. And I thought he goes to cover the this dig route. And he thought about it, but then he's like, nah, I'm a beast. And intercepts the post. Just too good. Alabama in shoe clock mode, which means you can expect some runs. We just can't tackle. This could also end up being a run. Kind of scary. We'll pinch our D-line in case it goes up the middle. I also think they could go right into that C gap. Here's 3rd and 3. We're going to pass. It's a screen, though, and it's incomplete. Does that leave the door open for us? We kind of need a miss here, and this is pretty perfectly lined up for the kicker. This would make it 52-35 Alabama as they continue to pull away. It is right down the middle. Kahi Kalani Inoke has checked out of the game. I've not seen him in 20 minutes of in-game action, as they're starting to just run the ball exclusively with Garrett Geary, as we call 4 verticals, hoping that somebody gets open down the field. But, I mean, look at who's there out there. My slot receiver right now is my fullback, Tyler Ashley. Who is Jason Fleming, you ask? I think a backup safety. The players are just gassed. Too many offensive possessions. We have 25 first downs in this game. That's wide open. We saw him a little bit in season 1 of this reboot, Jimmy Ewing. Not so much sense. But it's a nice catch. My big question, I don't know how they continue to let our receivers get open. It's almost been impressive how bad their secondary has played. But you know what? It has given us a chance to stay in this game, which I am grateful for. Despite, you know, not looking good right now. We have a minute left to go, essentially. Geary stepping up. He'll walk into the end zone and get destroyed. Where's the flag? He got killed 2 minutes after he goes into the end zone. Where is the call? Absolutely deplorable. All right, it's an 11-point game. We'll go for 2. Try to make it a little bit closer. I don't know what that was. Try the onside kick. It is recovered by Alabama. And it's looking pretty over. First down, Alabama. That is officially the ball game. Not going to bother calling our final 2 timeouts. Alabama wins 52-41. It's amazing we scored 41 points. But obviously, in the end, Alabama was just too much. Just too talented. Couldn't get enough stops. All right, I call the timeout. Whatever. It's over already. It doesn't matter. Go into victory formation, please. Stop trying to run up the scoreboard. All right, looks like they're finally going to do that. Game over. Alabama wins. We tried. We gave it our best shot. The craziest stat of this game, by the way, Alabama 0 for 3 on third down conversions. Now, of course, when you are dominating on first and second down, that'll happen. But the fact that the 3 third downs that we were able to force, we got to stop on all of them. It says something. It says something positive. Now, the first and second downs, that's a problem. Touchdown for Sean Williamson. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for Garrett Geary. We threw the ball a combined 56 times. Now, when did my punter come in the game to throw? I do not remember. Or my kicker, Paul Johnson. I have no idea. If you guys remember this, let me know. It's a 5-yard play. I didn't notice it. I know everyone always notices in the comments. I don't notice it somehow. Running back Belcher, 15 for 55, averaged 3.6 per carry. It was tough to run the ball against Alabama. I tried to. That was my strategy early, was come out, run the football. They just were better at it than we were. Broke 0 tackles with Daniel Belcher. Receiving, Belcher ended up with 10 catches. Inoke, I don't even know if he had 1 catch. He didn't. Just 2 drops officially. That's tough. I mean, touchdowns for Jared Bird at free safety, Mario Gardner, and Stephen Jones. It's an interesting group for sure. And then defensively, I mean, we're out there the whole game. No sacks. A pick for Linwood Tapley, who is an awesome young player, really. An awesome guy. Bright young future. But man, it stings a little bit because we were close. But what are you going to do? It's number 2 Bama. They're very good. So those are my takeaways, man. We played number 2 Alabama as well as you could have asked for, pretty much. I mean, our players quit on us a little bit. Next week, we take on number 11 Army. Their ranking could change, but that's what it looks like right now. And of course, that's at Army as we are midway through a 3-game road stretch before coming back home to take on Stanford. That's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll get them next time. Take it easy. That's all I can say.